Why Aaron Rodgers returned as guest on Pat McAfee Show. Aaron Rodgers appeared as a guest on The Pat McAfee Show on Thursday, just one day after the host expressed on ESPN how happy he was that the New York Jets quarterback would no longer be making his regular appearances for the rest of the NFL season. Rodgers originally had been scheduled to continue his weekly appearances, known on the show as Aaron Rodgers Tuesdays, throughout the NFL playoffs. But McAfee decided to discontinue the segment for the remainder of the season because of the recent controversy over comments Rodgers made on the show about comedian Jimmy Kimmel. A person familiar with the situation but unauthorized to speak about it publicly told The Times on Wednesday. The person added that there had been no discussions on whether Rodgers will return to the show next football season. So, Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, Season 4 feed is done, McAfee said on Tuesday's show, referring to Rodgers' weekly segment on his show during football season. So, Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, Season 4 feed is done. So viewers may have been surprised Thursday when McAfee brought Rodgers back on the show for a remote appearance. Rodgers stayed on topic, Bill Belichick parting ways with the New England Patriots, Nick Saban retiring as Alabama's coach, during the relaxed, 5-minute conversation. None of the recent controversies were mentioned. After Rodgers' appearance, McAfee explained that he had reached out to Rodgers because he knew the quarterback wanted to pay his respects to Belichick. McAfee also discussed his comments about Rodgers the previous day and the reactions they received. "So yesterday I'm just getting absolutely crushed," McAfee said. "So yesterday I'm just getting absolutely crushed." McAfee added, "That was wild. We were getting absolutely killed. They're like, you turned your back on Aaron Rodgers. It's like, do you know how many things I've been through with Aaron Rodgers just in our short relationship? It's like, yeah, I was not pumped to be in the middle of any of that. We all have friends that put us in situations where we're like, did we have to?" McAfee has given the often controversial Rodgers a weekly platform during the last 4 football seasons, with this season being the first since McAfee's show was picked up by ESPN in May. Speaking on the show January 2 about the Jeffrey Epstein court documents that had yet to be released at the time, Rodgers said there's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, really hoping that doesn't come out. Kimmel, among many others, took that to mean Rodgers was suggesting the late-night host would be mentioned in that document. He wasn't, and threatened legal action in a tweet and dedicated a 7-minute monologue Monday to defending himself and slamming Rodgers. McAfee apologized January 3 on behalf of his show for Rodgers' comments. Rodgers did not apologize when he returned to McAfee's show Tuesday, claiming he had never suggested that Kimmel was on the Epstein list. On Wednesday, McAfee found himself talking about Rodgers yet again. Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer. He's a 4-time MVP. He's a massive piece of the NFL story. Whenever you go back and tell it, he will be a huge part of it. We are very lucky to get a chance to chat with him and learn from him, McAfee said. Some of his thoughts and opinions piss off a lot of people, and I'm pumped that that is no longer going to be every single Wednesday of my life, which it has been for the last few weeks. And I'm also pumped that I don't have to do these types of talks anymore. Thanks for watching NY Sports News. Stay tuned for more updates.